All right, we've reached the end of the regular season. The Royals finished with 95 wins, 4 games ahead of the Guardians. Not a great August and September. I'll look at it in more detail in a minute. I think we went even a game or two below 500. I think 4 games is about the closest the Guardians got. I don't think they were ever closer than that. But they were like 5 games out to start September, so they certainly had a chance. So the Jays and Yankees make it, the Guardians make it, the Mariners and Angels make the postseason. Expanded standings, we're looking at a plus 149 run differential. Second in the AL to the Blue Jays at 165, and the next best is 92, the Guardians. So we were 2 wins below our Pythagorean, 23 and 20 in one-run games, 9 and 7 extra innings. Yeah, you can see 35 and 35 post All-Star breaks, only a 500 team from mid-July on. And let's go on over to the info page. Again, this starter and bullpen ERA, like we talked about earlier, not all that indicative because of the openers, but first in ERA, second in runs allowed, third in defensive efficiency, second in zone rating. We ended up second in runs scored, 8th in walks, 6th in home runs, 4th in OPS. Pretty good year all around. But yeah, you can see we went 13 and 15 in August and 11 and 11 in September. Taking a look at the lineups and how the year ended for these guys. MJ Melendez led the team in WAR, had a 139 OPS plus in 136 games. I mean, just that's like a superstar caliber season, man. He'll probably get some MVP votes. He's not going to win it, but he'll get some MVP votes, I would guess. Another step forward for him that, it might have been somewhat BABIP fueled, as his BABIP was up 22 points. He walked more, though, struck out the same. Yeah, just a hit for more power. Really nice season from MJ Melendez. And then next was Bobby Witt Jr. in just 116 games, put up 4.7 WAR, a 113 OPS plus. So he hasn't made an offensive superstar turn, but with his glove, I mean, he's a really good player. Would love to see him return to this OPS plus that he put up in 23, the 131. And he did do that down the stretch, I think. I haven't looked at this specifically. Yeah, September, he put up a 157. He was really hot in September. So a good season. Alberto Mondesi, man, really good year. 3.9 WAR, 104 OPS plus. A guy who strikes out as much as Mondesi. Sometimes you worry that he could have a terrible offensive season. I mean, 2022 was pretty bad, but since then he's been pretty good. Zone rating wise, center field, he was at exactly 0.0 zone rating, which is a little surprising given a 70 range. I mean, we'll take it, but I think it's possible that he could, we could upgrade there defensively, but given that he could play somewhere else on the diamond because he's so good defensively, he could play a really great second base, he could play a really great third base. Not that I necessarily have a needed third base with Bobby Witt, but Bobby Witt can play shortstop. So, really nice season from Mondesi. Ohtani in just 116 games, 492 plate appearances, put up 3.6 batter WAR, a 158 OPS plus. I'm not sure that with his injury, how much time he missed, that he'll get MVP votes, but the only thing that I think preventing that is his injury. Kevin Biggio ended up being really nice for us, man. 15% walk rate. And look at the walk rates on Ohtani and Biggio. We needed to walk more. We brought in 2 guys who walk, and they did the thing. They walked, and they hit, too. 118 OPS plus and 2.9 WAR from Biggio, who really primarily played first base for us. He bounced around the diamond some, but the Pascantino just kind of being bad led to Biggio playing a lot more first base than maybe I intended. Nicky Lopez, certainly another disappointing offensive year for him, but he's just so good defensively. 14.4 zone rating, 11-12 efficiency. I mean, just outstanding. It's hard to justify this contract in the later years with a guy who barely hits, but his glove is that good that I think maybe you can. But I could always slide Lopez into a super utility role. I think he's too expensive for that. But slide Witt over to short and Mondesi to third, and then find a new center fielder if I want to upgrade the offense. But for now, I don't have any plans to do that necessarily. Jerickson Profar definitely tailed off as the year went on, but still put up a 99 OPS plus. This is perfectly acceptable as a guy we brought in to be a switch hitting bench bat. But he ended up playing 131 games. He ended up playing 57 in left, 33 in right, and they also played some first, second, and center. Really just injuries and poor performance by other guys led to him playing a lot more than we intended. Eloy Jimenez, just .8 WAR in 90 games. He would have still been under 2 WAR, so another disappointing year for Eloy, although his bat was much better. He did put up a 106 WRC+. His defense wasn't terrible, but you would like to see more from Eloy, but we should point out that he missed like half the season. He was hitting really well, and as he kind of went, the team went. You can see he was hitting well in March and then he got hurt. He came back in June and July and was just a monster. I think he won Batter of the Month in July, even possibly, or Batter of the Week award maybe that month. But then a 57 WRC plus and a 61 in September really tanked his season. He was like crushing it, and then just went ice cold. JC Correa, he tailed off at the end of the year in September, but a decent WRC plus, but his glove's not good enough to justify that. Second base is an issue for us for sure. Rafael Marchand was a little disappointing as the backup catcher. Brent Rooker was fine as the righty bat, but really tailed off. Against lefties, he was like league average. For a platoon guy, you'd like him to be better than league average on his strong side. Tristan Lutz we brought over in a trade. I brought him up just to give him some time in September. He was one of the 2 extra guys we added. He didn't do much. Nick Lofton, another disappointing year for him. Well, I guess I shouldn't say another, because I forgot he was actually good during the season and then was terrible during the postseason. That carried over to this year. Really disappointing to see that. He was striking out more. His BABIP was lower. Just he was worse. His luck was worse. Rafael Devers down here at negative 0.5 WAR. Now, some of that's because he's a DH, right? An 89 WRC or OPS plus, puts him ahead of Lofton, Lopez, and Lutz and Marchand, kind of right around Rooker territory. Not what you want to see from the $20+ million guy. He was very good in April and decent in May, and then he got hurt, and he was just never the same guy after he came back from that back injury. We'll be looking for a bounce back from him in the postseason. We'll be looking for a bounce back from him next year for sure. So those are the hitters. Pitching side of things. Let's sort by ERA. Brent's came up at the end of the year. He pitched well. Loop, for us, he pitched 19 innings to a 1.83 ERA. Very good acquisition there. Diego Castillo, he worked out really well too. 20 innings to a 1.3 ERA. Hayden Wesneski, guy we brought over as part of the Sal Perez trade, a 2.38 ERA in 64 innings, 1.4 WAR. Great work by him. Christopher Sanchez, who you may remember from this is the third team he's been on of mine. Ground ball expert, 2.56 ERA and 2.2 WAR in just 81 innings. Asa Lacy was great for us. Looks like a fixture in the rotation moving forward. 112 innings, 3.04 ERA, 3.10 FIP. And he struck out 11 guys per 9. Will Klein, another really good year out of the bullpen. Singer, excellent number 2 starter season from him. He didn't get back to the number 1 starter that he was in 2022, but he's a top of the rotation guy. By that I mean above the number 3, the top half of the rotation. Barlow slumped down the stretch, but was excellent again for us. 2.8 WAR. Alec Marsh was good. All these guys ERA pluses are better than the average. Zerpa really slumped as a starter, so I moved him to the pen, and he seemed to right the ship. You can see Ohtani, his ERA plus was 4.01, was just above league average. FIP minus 3.68, that's better than league average. His SIERA was 2.71. So he didn't pitch like an ace, but he pitched well, and he got much better as the year went on, I believe. Yeah, you can see once he returned from injury, his ERA pluses went 239, 163, 223 by month. He put up a 1.93 ERA, much higher FIP, though, in September. So he was good, and he got much better as the year went on. Maeda, he slumped. He had a really bad run of starts here, like 4 or 5 starts in a row. But his FIP was good. His ERA was but he'll move into the postseason still in our number 3 starter role. So I'll highlight a couple rookies who crushed it, like Jose Cardenas. I didn't promote him even though he's murdering rookie ball pitching because he's not even 18 yet. Like, he doesn't turn 18 until next April. So I think he'll start in rookie ball as an 18-year-old next year. I don't know which league we're in. Let's act like we're in the California League. He's still only at 35 overall, but I don't know. Like, yeah, pretty exciting year from him. Jesus Cuevas picked it up as the year went on and ended with a 105 WRC plus. So just looking at the 40-man, Carlos Hernandez is still on a rehab assignment, but was a big part. I mean, he pitched 97 innings for us with a 3.5 ERA, really good season. Jorge Juan and Garcia didn't contribute a ton. Let's see, anybody else? McKinley Moore wasn't up. Patino, we did get a bump back up in control to 35. And his walks were much lower than his strikeout, so that's a plus. I don't know what happens with him next year. Maybe we try him in the bullpen to start since he's out of options. Suriel looking like an absolute. Look at this. Look at his ratings. This is crazy. And he tore it up in AAA. He pitched 23 innings for me at a 5.01 ERA, but his FIP was 2.49. I got to find a way to put him in the bullpen next year. I mean, this is insane. And OSA agrees. Just crazy. Edison Suriel. Go get his baseball card, kids. Pascantino, disappointing 138 at-bats from him. And let's see who else. Michael Garcia was up for much of the year, but really slumped. He ended with 344 plate appearances. He played a lot for us because of injuries, an 87 WRC plus, which was up around 105 for a while. He slumped. Chappelle and Creedler were not up much. Brandon Lewis was up a little bit, but didn't do much. I did lose Sully Matias to a waiver claim when I wanted to add Lutz as a right-handed bat to the 40-man. I DFA'd Sully thinking he would pass through because he's been pretty poor, but the White Sox claimed him. I don't think he did much for them. I think he was pretty poor. Yeah, he's struck out in 36.9% of plate appearances, of 56 WRC plus. So yeah, he was pretty poor for them. So now we're on to the postseason. Let's I suppose we should go ahead and finish today so we can see the bracket. I will definitely set my playoff roster. You just hold your horses. So we will play the winner of Angels Mariners. So that'll be fun. Over here, Jays will play the winner of Yankees Guardians. Padres will play the winner of Brewers Dodgers. The Padres win the NL West. Mets and Cardinals. That winner will go on to face the Braves. So the Braves won 102 games, dusted the Mets. The Cardinals won 96. Wow, the Padres won 105 games. Did they? Oh, yeah. Tatis put up 10.5 where Manny put up 7. So 61 home runs for Tatis, 56 for Matt Olson. Over on the AL, Aaron Judge led with 51. Vlad with 42 bombs and 143 ribbies. Rowdy Tellez drove in 126 runs. Bryce Harper on a 75 and 87 team put up a 44 home run, 5.5 WAR season in 147 games. Maybe we should trade for Bryce. Just kidding. I already have my left-handed hitting right fielder. His name's Shohei. But that is... I'm just looking to see if anybody had a crazy Pythagorean differential, like double digits or anything. No, -8 for the Giants, but that's about it. All right, so we will be playing the winner... I already forgot. The winner of the Angels and Mariners, which we will get to in the next season, or the next video, which will focus on the postseason. That is all for this episode and we'll what am I trying to say? And it closes the 2024 regular season. Hopefully that gives you a good feel of how the team did, of where the disappointments lie, of where the victories lie, though, because we won the the AL Central. So overall, successful season despite some poor individual performances. But thanks for watching, and we will get to the 2024 MLB postseason in the next video. Thanks. All right, welcome to the 2024 MLB postseason episode. The wild card round is done. We, of course, were not a wild card round team this year. We had the bye. We'll face the Angels, who beat the Mariners 2-1 in the wild card round. The Angels are without Mike Trout. He's out with an injury. And they're without Javi Baez. Wow. So they're dealing with a lot of injuries here. Iglesias, who has been out since May, and then was this their closer? Yeah, this was their. No, this is a minor league guy. Okay. So they are missing some significant pieces. Trout went out in late September, so that's a bummer. At the age of 33, still put up 4.7 WAR. I mean, he's continued to be Mike Trout. He wasn't quite as good this year offensively, but still clearly one of the better players in the game. So they were third in runs scored in the AL at 769. Nice. Eighth in runs allowed at 749. Their defense is mediocre. So pretty good team. Looks like they're a power team. They're 12th in average, 12th in on base, but third in slugging. So they hit a lot of home runs. They were first in the AL in home runs, 6 in walks. But really, this is a team that I should be able to beat. I feel like if we lose to this team, no one but ourselves to blame. Rendon had a 6.6 WAR season, which is bonkers at age 34. Bounced back after a down year last year. And how many years does he have left? He still has 2 more years after this one left on his contract. After that, it really falls off without Trout and Baez in here. Happ put up 3.5 WAR. That was a good free agent signing. A guy I was looking at. Camargo had a good season. Meadows, who they traded for from the Tigers, had a pretty good season. And then after that, it's just a whole lot of nothing, really. Guys who didn't do anything. Because of their wild card round, we're going to face their number 4 starter, Brooks Wilson, who didn't make a start in the regular season, which is interesting. They signed him as a minor league free agent back at the end of July, which is interesting that he's starting a playoff game now for them. I guess maybe one of their starters was left off the postseason roster, and then they have John Swanda, who was a starter for them, who for some reason they're not putting in, even though he put up 3 WAR and a 4.08 ERA. They like Brooks Wilson better. In terms of lefties and righties, didn't really, just to get a crude estimate, their OPS against lefties was 757, against righties was 737. So a little better against lefties than righties. We will be starting Ohtani, who throws right, and then we'll go Singer Maeda, and Asa Lacy will be our 4th starter. No surprises with the lineup. I think I am going to put Nick Lofton in. I'm going to try him to start. I feel like this is his redemption arc of the story here. That didn't come out right. He's going to redeem himself for last postseason in this terrible regular season. I'm going to start him over Correa just for the first game. Now, there's one thing about this first game that's a bit of a bummer is I can't manage it. Well, I can. I'm not going to manage it because basically when you have Ohtani in here, this little DH thing means that you've checked, you're going to use him as two-way player, then skip DH when pitching. So he's the pitcher, and he's in the lineup. Now, under game options, you can select it. So this is new MLB rule and new to out of the park. Starting pitcher can remain as DH when removed. If the AI is managing the game, it works great. If I'm managing the game, I can't get it to work. It just replaces him in the lineup, and there's no option to have him remain in the game as DH. So I'd rather have the computer manage and not lose my DH than me manage and lose my DH in whatever inning Ohtani comes out. I posted to my channel page about this. So those of you who saw this, this is June 7th or something. I don't know. You guys will be watching this probably a month later, but I was posting it about Ohtani. I didn't say it was about him because I didn't want to spoil it. I posted it there. I posted on the Out of the Park Reddit. I emailed someone at Out of the Park. And this was just earlier. Well, I guess I've been on the hunt for about 24 hours now and haven't gotten an answer that works. And I'm trying to finish recording it by a certain time. So I'm just going to move forward. I was hoping that I could solve this before I played this game, because it's either solution here right now is imperfect, but I'm just going to move forward. And so I'm just going to put the AI in charge of everything for now. And I am going to go, and since we don't have a DH, they have Devers out, but I'm actually going to pull Cavan. Wait, hold on. I'm going to pull Cavan Biggio. Hopefully it doesn't undo this, but Profar. Yeah, that all makes sense. Righty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty. Okay. So hopefully now Gibbons doesn't change the lineup. I don't think he does. I think he keeps that. So we've got Ohtani against Wilson. Again, I'll just be in passenger mode here. Once Ohtani's out of the game, I'll jump in and manage. But we'll just be watching the game. Ooh, that's loud. Yeah, we'll just be watching the game and letting, hopefully John Gibbons not doing anything too maddening. So it's Guillorme leading off, who is 2 for 10 in the wild card round against Ohtani. We actually didn't see what the weather is. Partly cloudy, 64. The wind is blowing out to center. So here is a 2-1 pitch from Ohtani to Guillorme, and that is lined to center field, but Mondesi makes the play. So now we've got Ohtani versus Rendon. He's down on strikes on a 1-2 pitch. Jared Walsh, first pitch swinging. Popped up, Lofton going back, and he's got it. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the first now. Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Brooks Wilson. Down swinging. Splitter there. Now here's Ohtani, a 2-2 pitch from Wilson. He's down on strikes. Maybe they knew something with Wilson. What did they know? Now here's Eloy, the 0-1 pitch. And he pops up. And that should finish the inning. And it does. All right, so now we've got Austin Meadows leading off against Ohtani, a 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. He's out. Ian Happ now, a 1-0. Ooh, that's trouble. Goes the opposite way. It's up against the wall in a hurry. I think the exit velo there was about 7,000 miles an hour. So Happ's in with a double. And we got one away and a man on second. And coming to the plate is Joe Adele, who hit 308 with a home run in the wild card round. 0-1 pitch to Adele, and that's driven deep. I think that's gone. Yes, that ball is gone. All right. So we're down 2-0 now in the top of the second. Now here's Camargo, a 2-0 pitch. And that's smack to center field. But Mondesi's got it, and we've got 2 down. The catcher, Narvaez, is up now. 0-2 coming. He's down looking. All right, so they get 2 runs on the home run. Now here's Rafael Devers. First pitch swinging. Grounds it into the shift to the third baseman. And Rendon makes the play. Now here's Melendez, the 2-2 pitch. He's down on strikes. Now here's Mondesi, first pitch of the at-bat coming. A slow roller back to the mound. The throw to first is not in time. So Mondesi is aboard, and now here's Profar with an 0-1 pitch coming. Mondesi runs. He's got second. 2-1 pitch to Profar. Grounded to first. Flips to the pitcher covering, and we're through 2. So we'll go to the third. Ohtani to Rojas, 3-2 pitch. He walks the number 9 hitter. Here's Guillorme, the 1-0 pitch. And that is hit to center field, but Mondesi's got it. Rendon, the 0-2. Pass. Oh, no, not a pass ball. Melendez keeps it in front of him. 1-2 to Rendon. That could be 2. Double play. All right. Now we'll go to the bottom of the third. We will have Nick Lofton leading it off. A 1-2 pitch coming to Nick. See, there it is. Nick Lofton redemption story has begun. I really want a Rafael Devers redemption story too. So that's a double by Lofton to lead it off. And now here's Nicky Lopez, the 3-2. He's down swinging. Bobby Witt, first pitch coming. Grounded to the right side of the diamond, so the runner will advance, but Witt is retired on a ground out. Now we got a man on third, and Shohei Ohtani's up. The 2-0 pitch is hit to center field, but playable. Line drive to center field, and Odell makes the catch. So Ohtani can't help his own cause. Here's Walsh leading off the fourth, a 1-0 pitch. Grounded to first, takes to the bag himself. Meadows, the 1-2. Down on strikes. Ian Happ, the 3-2. Down swinging. All right, now here's Eloy, a 2-2 pitch to lead off the bottom of the fourth. He's down swinging. Devers, the 0-1. Grounds into the shift to the shortstop, and he's retired. Now here's Melendez, full count pitch coming, and we are through fours. He's down swinging on a fastball. We'll go to the fifth, 2-0 Angels. 1-2 pitch coming to Joe Adell. He's down looking. Camargo, the 1-0. Grounded to Lofton. Lofton's got it. Throws to first. And now here's Narvaez. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's a base hit to right by Narvaez to extend the inning. Ohtani's at 53 pitches through 4 2/3. Now here's Rojas, who walked his first time up. He swings and misses, goes down on strikes this time as Ohtani gets his 6th strikeout of the game. Now we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Mondesi leading us off. He's 1 for 1 today. The 0-2 pitch to Mondesi. Swing and a miss. Profar, he's 0 for 1, 2-0 pitch. And Profar is grounded out to first. Now we'll get Nick Lofton, who's 1 for 1 with a double. The 1-0 pitch to Lofton. Oh, that's smack deep to left. Is that gone? Nick Lofton has hit a home run. Oh, I mean, he had lost his job, kind of. But Correa hadn't really, seized the job. And I just decided to go back to Lofton since he's been bad for a year. And he's, just made me look like a genius for just a lucky guess. Now here's Nicky Lopez, 2-2 pitch with 2 down. We've cut the lead in half to 2-1, and Lopez is down on strikes on a fastball. And we will go to the 6th. Ohtani at just 58 pitches so far. 1-2 pitch coming to Guillorme. He's down swinging. Rendon, full count. Oh, that's trouble. That's gone. And it's 3-1 Angels as Rendon's gone yard. Here's Jared Walsh, first pitch swinging here. Base hit. I'd be thinking about pulling the plug here soon if I were in charge, but Gibbons probably is not even close. Here's Meadows, a 1-0. Mondesi makes the lunging catch. Now here's Ian Happ with 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Up, Kendall Graveman is now into the game. And Bobby Witt will welcome him in. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat coming. And Witt has gone the other way for a base hit to right. Good job, Bobby. Now here's Shohei Ohtani, the 1-2 pitch coming. Ooh, down on strikes. Eloy, who's 0 for 2 today. And that looks like a double play. Yep. Eloy grounds into the double play, so we'll go to the top of the 7th. Ohtani's still on at 76 pitches. First pitch coming to Adell. And that is into shallow left. Lopez goes back and makes the catch. Here's Camargo, full count. He walks him. All right, so he's gone to the bullpen. Now let's make sure that Ohtani is still, Ohtani's still in as the DH. See, when I pull up this drop-down menu, it doesn't give me the option. All right, so now we will, I guess I could have kept in charge of base running. So now we'll take over substitutions. He's brought in Jake Brents, who would not have been my first pick, but whatever. And let me make sure. Okay, yeah, no warm-up required. Cool. All right, so here's Brents to Narvaez, 1-2, 1 down. Got him looking. And now here's Rojas, another lefty, 3-0. And we've walked the number 9 hitter for the second time of the game. Guillorme, another lefty, 1-0 pitch coming. And that's a fly ball to left, but Eloy should have it. And he does. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th, down 3-1. Take Me Out to the Ball Game is playing. Jose Alvarado is on for the Angels. And Devers is up lefty versus lefty here. 1-2 pitch. Devers beats the shift that time. Base hit up the middle. Now here's MJ Melendez, 3-2. Ooh, walks him. This is our chance right here. This is our chance. So we've got Mondesi up. I cannot remember what Mondesi's splits are like these days. Let's just look at it. So against lefties, he was really bad last year. He was okay this year. Yeah, I'm not taking out my center fielder, like the only adequate center fielder I have. His splits were fine. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and Mondesi has flied it to left, playable, catch made. We've got one down now. Now here's Jerickson Profar. The 0-2 coming to Profar. Down on strikes. I think you know who that brings up. Nicky Lofton, 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. How about he clears the bases with a triple here? Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Oh, disaster. Get the first two guys aboard, and I mean, we didn't even advance them. Leave them stranded out there. Now here's Rendon leading off. So we'll go to the pen. We'll bring in Will Klein to try to keep this party going, keep this party close. 2-2 pitch coming from Klein to Rendon. That's trouble. Rendon has gone yard. And it's 4-1 Angels. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Walsh, and he's down on strikes. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Meadows. He's grounded out to first. Got 2 down. Now here's Ian Happ, the 3-2 pitch, and he's down swinging. So the Angels add to their lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Quijada, I imagine is how you say this. He saved 27 games for them this year. Put up 2.2 WAR in 60 innings. Struck out 13 guys per 9. Yeah, he was really good. We got Nicky Lopez up, lefty on lefty. And he wasn't good against anybody. So, yeah, I think we can pinch hit, and then we'll figure out our defense after this. We'll probably slide Bobby Witt over and then like put in, maybe Correa at third. Maybe that's what we'll do. Biggio is probably a better option, but at third. Okay, so we'll put Correa into pinch hit here. Saving Rooker for like if there's a real, like if something comes up, where we really need a pinch hitter, I'll save against lefty. I'll save Rooker for that. We'll try to have Correa get the rally going. This is a first pitch coming from Quijada, and that's maybe a base hit. No, man, line drive just didn't fall in. Adele gets it. Now here's Bobby Witt, a 1-2 pitch. He's down on strikes. Shohei Ohtani, full count coming to the designated hitter. He walks. All right. Now here's Eloy, 1-2 pitch. Eloy's down on strikes again. So we get the walk, but nothing else. Yeah, so I think I'll just not to burn any more subs. I'll put. Can you play third at all? No. All right. Correa's not an ideal third baseman, but he'll be all right over there. I'm going to take out Will Klein. Not going to burn him any further. They have righty switch, lefty coming up. We'll go to the righty. We'll go to Diego Castillo. And now this is the first pitch coming. And that is hit to center, but Mondesi's got it. We've got one down in the 9th. Camargo, the 1-1. Grounded to second. Lofton throws to first. Now here's Narvaez, the 0-1. Fly ball center field. Mondesi's got it, and we will go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-1, the bad guys. And we've got Rafael Devers leading us off. We've got 2 lefties leading us off. Not ideal, but at least they're competent hitters. Well, as Devers strikes out on the changeup. Now here's Melendez, 1-2 pitch coming. Tough. Struck him out on the changeup. Now there's Mondesi, a 2-2 pitch. All right, and he strikes out the side. So we fall in game 1. We fall victim to the long ball. I mean, it hurts to have your number 1 starter lose to their number 4 starter who hadn't made a start for them all year and was a free agent in July. That's a big win for the Angels. So, yeah, we didn't do much at the plate. Lofton was about the only bright spot. Ohtani pitched fine. That home run from Klein is a bummer, but didn't end up making a difference. So we're going to get Carlos Carrasco in the next game, it appears. Yeah, Carrasco. And we'll throw Brady Singer. We can control the lineup the whole time. It's 70 degrees. Wind is blowing out at center. This lineup look right. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot Devers and Ohtani or something. I think my last lineup wasn't totally right, but Biggio will play first base, and on the bench we'll have Rooker, Correa, Profar, and Marchand. And yeah, cool. So now here's Singer to Guillorme, the 3-0 pitch. The 3-0 pitch. And we walk the leadoff batter on 4 pitches. Now here's Rendon. 1-1 pitch coming to Rendon. It's a fly ball to left. Eloy's calling for it. Eloy's got it. We've got 1 down. Jared Walsh, the 1-2. He's down on strikes. Austin Meadows, the 1-0. Gets away from Melendez. Pass ball. Runners in scoring position now. We got a 2-1 coming to Meadows. And Meadows hits a fly ball to deep left. Eloy's back on it and on the track makes the catch. Now here's Carrasco to Witt, the 0-2 pitch. Carrasco had a 6.12 ERA this year. How did this team make the postseason? I don't get it. All right, now here's Devers to Carrasco. Did he really have what's up with that? He was terrible. Oh, he didn't pitch a ton for him. He only pitched 49 innings. Oh, he's claimed off waivers in June. Oh, he pitched 49 innings for the Astros and 100. Yeah, he pitched 100 innings for the Angels with a 5.35 ERA. Man, okay, fair enough. All right, now here's Devers. 1-2 pitch. Center field. Adele's got it. Now here's Eloy is hitless so far in the series. 1-2 pitch. Base hit to left field from Eloy. Now here's Shohei Ohtani, who went 0 for 3 yesterday. 1-2 pitch. He's down looking on a changeup. So we'll go to the second. Here's Singer to Happ, 0-1. That is gone to right center field. Ian Happ has left the building. It's 1-0 Angels here in the second inning. And now here's Joe Adele. 2-2 pitch coming to Adele. He's down on strikes. Camargo, the 1-2. He's down swinging. Narvaez, the 2-1. Base hit to center field. Rojas, the 1-1. Grounded to short. Flips to second for the force out, and the inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Angels. Here's Melendez leading us off. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to center. We've got 1 down. Now here's Mondesi. First pitch swinging. And that's a fly ball to center. And we've got 2 down. Kevin Biggio now. Full count pitch. And he goes the other way for a base hit to left. Good job, Kevin. Nick Lofton up now. First pitch coming. And Lofton continues his hot streak with a base hit to center field. Biggio will make the turn, go to third, and he's safe. All right, now here's Nicky Lopez. First and third, 2 down, the 2-1 pitch. Bottom of the order, can't get it done. He grounds out to second. So we'll go to the third. Nick Lofton's bat, though, is heating up here. You know what I like about this defense? 70, 70, 70. I've 3 70 rated infielders. That's crazy. Pretty good. 1-0 pitch coming from Singer to Guillorme, and he drills him with a slider. Now here's Rendon with a man on again. 1-0 pitch. And that's a base hit. And the Angels are in business here to start the third inning with runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's Jared Walsh, the first pitch of the at-bat coming. And that is a base hit to center. Will score the run. It will. So the old peg the leadoff guy with a pitch comes back to haunt us. Now here's Austin Meadows, full count coming. He's down on strikes, thank goodness. It's a big strikeout. Now here's Ian Happ, the 1-1. And Happ hits a ball sharply to right, but Ohtani makes the catch. Now here's Joe Adell, the 1-2. So Singer avoids disaster, considering he had first and second, nobody out and a run in already, and that's all the damage that's done. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Bobby Witt leads us off. He's going to be swinging at the first pitch here, and he's going to hit that ball into left center. And it's caught by Happ, the left fielder, for the first out. Here's Devers, the 0-1. And Devers grounds out to second. We've got 2 down. Eloy, the 2-1. And Eloy is grounded to short, and that's 3 outs. Here's Camargo, the 0-2. Base hit to right. Omar Narvaez, runner goes. Melendez is not going to be able to throw him out. 3-1 pitch, and that is smacked into center field. Mondesi runs it down. So now we've got 1 down, man on second. 1-0 pitch coming, grounded to short. Lopez makes the play. We've got 2 down now. Here's Guillorme. And we finally make him earn his way aboard, and he's not able to. And the inning is over as he grounds out to the pitcher. Bottom of the fourth, Shohei Ohtani, 0-2 pitch. That is a base hit to right. Shohei against his former team is aboard. Now here's MJ Melendez, the 1-1. And Melendez hits a base hit to right field. Ohtani will dig for third, and he's in there. And now we've got first and third, nobody out. Mondesi at the plate. They're playing in at the corners. 1-1 pitch. And Mondesi hits it into shallow left field. That is caught by Happ, who teleported there to make the catch. Now here's Kevin Biggio with 1 down, 3-1 pitch. Biggio's aboard with a walk, and we've got the bases loaded for who else but Nick Lofton. 3 for 4 in the series. They've got the infield shifted and in. See, that's their second baseman, shortstop, third, and their first baseman is somewhere here. I don't know. 2-2 pitch. Oh, there he is. Oh, Lofton just crushed it. Lofton just hit a grand slam. This is unbelievable. How lucky is this? Nick Lofton. For some reason, I just put him in the lineup game 1, and it's paying off as he hits a grand slam. He's now driven in 5 runs in the series. Now here comes a 1-0 pitch to Lopez, and Lopez has looped a base hit into right field. Now here's Bobby Witt, the 2-0. Witt with a slow grounder. They're not going to get him. It's an infield hit for Bobby Witt. And now here comes Rafael Devers, who's 1 for 6 in the series. 2-2 pitch. And it's off the end of the bat, but to fairly deep right, but it's going to be an out. We will advance Lopez to third. And now we've got first and third, 2 down, and Eloy at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Did they just pick him off? Yep, Bobby Witt just got picked off first base. Great. Now here's Rendon leading off the Angels half of the 5th. Singer delivers a 2-0 pitch. Oh, Singer catches the comebacker. Now here's Jared Walsh, the 0-1. Grounded between the shifted infielders, but Lofton makes the play. What is it that he can't do? Here's a 3-2 pitch to Meadows. He walks. Now here's a 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, and Happ is down on strikes. And now here comes Eloy up now with the bases empty instead of first and third. The 2-0 pitch is grounded to short and 1 away. Now here's Shohei Ohtani, the 0-2. And he puts the ball in play, but the third baseman makes the catch on the little pop-up. Now here's Melendez, a 3-1. He walks. Mondesi, the 2-1. And that is hit the opposite way to left field. And now we've got 2 men aboard for Kevin Biggio and a 3-0 pitch coming. And he walks, and guess who's up with the bases loaded? It's Nick Lofton, y'all. 2-2 pitch. Base hit left field. 2 runs are going to score. Nick Lofton cannot be stopped. Oh, my goodness. All right, so now they've got Kendall Graveman in to pitch. We're up 6-2. Here's Graveman to Lopez with 2 down. Runners on first and second, a 2-1 pitch. Slow grounder to shortstop. Makes the play. We'll go to the 6th, up 6-2. Brady Singer's at 87 pitches with a 6-2 lead. The leash is going to be short here. Ooh, diving play by Ohtani out and right. He's not hurt or anything right now. Good, okay. Here's Camargo now, the 0-1. Those extra cushion runs make me okay leaving in Singer a little bit, although we do have the day off tomorrow too, so there's really no need. We've got lefty coming up, so he's at 90 pitches. I'll let him face this guy. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, a check swing and a miss. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Witt is up. 0-2 pitch. And he grounds it to second, but the play is made. And now here comes Devers, who's 0 for 3 on the day. 0-1 pitch. Slow roller. Pitcher comes off the mound, makes the play. Here's Eloy. First pitch swinging. And base hit to left for Eloy. That'll bring up Ohtani, the 3-2 pitch. And Ohtani grounds it to third to end the inning. So we'll go to the lefty. I think we'll go to Aaron Loop here. 3-1 pitch coming from Loop. He walks him. Now first pitch swinging Guillorme, and we've got first and third, nobody out, and Anthony Rendon's coming to the plate. Loop is going to have to face him. 3-0 pitch. Oh, that could be a double play. That is a double play. They get the run home, so it's 6-3, but that's a big double play. Now here's Walsh, the 1-2 pitch. And he grounds it to Lofton. Lofton makes the throw to first. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, 6-3 Royals. Now here's Melendez leading us off, the 1-0 pitch. He goes the other way. It's up against the wall out in left field. That should be a double for Melendez, and it is. Mondesi is up, who's 1 for 3 today. First pitch of the at-bat. Into left field. It's caught. Now here's Kevin Biggio, who's walked his last 2 times up. They've intentionally walked him to get to Nick Lofton, which is certainly a decision you can make to face the guy who's 5 for 6 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs so far in the series. That's a decision. So here's the 2-0 to Lofton. Oh, and they got him out. They finally retired Nick Lofton here today. So that's 2 down now, and here's Nicky Lopez. The 1-2 pitch, and Lopez grounds it to second, throw to first, and that's the inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th now. We'll leave Loop on to face Meadows. 1-0 pitch. Grounded to Lofton. We've got 1 away. Now here's Ian Happ, who's a switch hitter. Oh, very poor against lefties this season, a 90 WRC plus total. Yeah, he's much better against righties. So we'll leave Loop in there to face him as well. Here comes the 2-1. And that is hit deep to left, but Eloy back on it, jumps and makes a catch on the run. Loop is at 20 pitches. We're going to go to the pen here. We're going to bring in Scott Barlow, who is coming in cold, or on a cold streak, I should say. 3-2 pitch coming from Barlow. And Adele swings and misses at a high pitch. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Bobby Witt leads off, the 0-2 to Witt. He swings and misses. Here's Sir Anthony Dominguez in now, delivering to Devers, the 1-2. Down looking. Eloy, the 0-1. And that is a base hit. Now here's Shohei, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So now we're on to the 9th. Camargo against Barlow here to lead it off. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He's out. He didn't check it. Here's Narvaez now, 3-2 pitch. And that's trouble. That's looking like a home run. It is, but it's just a solo shot. So it's 6-4 now as Narvaez goes deep. Here's Jose Rojas, the 2-0. That's grounded to Lopez at short. He makes the play for the second out. Now here's Guillorme, the 2-2 pitch. And Guillorme goes the other way for a base hit to left. So he's going to be able to bring the tying run in Anthony Rendon to the plate, which is a pretty big deal. Here's an 0-2 to Rendon. Grounded out his last time up. In the air to right, but Ohtani has it. He makes the play. And Nick Lofton and the Kansas City Royals have won Game 2 to even the series. Lofton, the story again, 3 for 4, drove in all 6 runs. Eloy also had 3 hits. Melendez had 2 hits and a walk. Biggio walked 3 times and had a hit. Brady Singer was solid. The bullpen was not as solid, but we had a big enough lead that wasn't a big deal. And now, yeah, we get a day off to fly out to LA. We'll have Kenta Maeda. They'll have Suarez. Basically, our whole bullpen looks good to go. So it'll be, Maeda versus Suarez, the series at 1-1 in LA. Okay, so the ALDS was, so I played a couple games without recording. Was not in a position where I could record, but needed to play to meet some recording deadlines. And I guess I underestimated the Angels because I lost the series in 4 games. I know this is an abrupt jump from the last 2 games, but I thought I was going to get to at least a Game 5. So these are the first 2 games that we just watched. You just watched. I played. And so Game 3, we lost 2-0. Jose Suarez, who in the regular season had a 4.47 ERA and 7.5 Ks per 9 through 7 innings of 1 hit ball, striking out 11 guys. I mean, let's see, what is season high there? He had 8 strikeouts there, 8. Oh, he had 10 in 7 innings against Texas there, 10 there as well against Chicago. But a season high, I would guess probably a career high strikeout for him. So came through at the performance of his life. Kenta Maeda, we didn't give up many runs, but he was just walking everybody. 5 walks in 3 innings, 3 hits. Loop, Castillo, and Murphy generally held the fort, but we just couldn't get any hitting going. I mean, Nick Lofton, of all people, went 0 for 3. Lopez was on base all 3 times. He went 1 for 1 and had 2 walks, but you can see when the lineup turned over to him, nobody did anything about it. So there were no extra base hits in this game. And, yeah, I mean, just a really nothing performance from our team. The next game, man, this is like, I wish I had been recording this one in some ways because it was just a pretty devastating loss. You can see we're up 4-0 going into the 7th. On top of that, we had a no-hitter going into the 6th inning. I believe the no-hitter actually went into the 7th. We had a no-hitter going into the 7th, and we gave up a couple runs. Asa Lacy did. And then in the 8th, they loaded the bases, and I brought in Aaron Loop. And I forgot we had an error. I don't remember what the error was, but these were some unearned runs. Nick Lofton made an error. He did get series MVP. And with 2 down, Aaron Loop threw a pitch to Austin Meadows with the bases loaded and hit a grand slam. So all of a sudden it was like, man, we've cruised through this whole game. Okay, they got a couple runs there. They're threatening here. But we've been in control this whole game. We had a no-hitter going until the 7th. And then Meadows hits that grand slam. Just a dagger. Alec Marsh was great. He was just out of gas. I had him listed as an opener, so the game treats him as a reliever in terms of stamina. So at 44 pitches, he was just out of gas with his no-hitter. And I went to Lacey, who obviously was not as sharp. Hitting side of things, Nick Lofton went 2 for 3 with a walk, so he was on base 3 more times. Lopez 2 for 4. I mean, these two guys did it. If you look at the top 4, not that batting average is the be-all, end-all, but I think in a 4-game sample, it can tell you some things about how some guys did. And we've got Witt at 167, Devers at 111, Eloy at 176, Ohtani at 071. None of them went yard. 2 RBI between the 4 of them. And now keep in mind, like, the guys who hit right before him, Lofton and Lopez, they were getting on base. They were driving in runs. Lofton was anyways. And so just a failure from the top of the order here really, I think, is what did us in. So it's a bummer. Those are not the guys, Eloy hasn't been great since we got him, but he was solid this year. Devers had a down year. But Witt and Ohtani especially, it's just surprising that it's just unfortunate that they all went cold at the same time. And that's how you lose to a team who's, clearly inferior to you, right? They outscored their opposition by 20 runs. We outscored the opposition by 149 runs. We were the better team, but we weren't the better team in these 4 games because our bats went cold. Other than Nick Lofton. I mean, imagine if just one guy, Witt or Ohtani, if either of them had hit at all with what Nick Lofton did, it would have been a whole different series. So disappointing. I can jump ahead and do the rest of the World Series in a bit, but I want to, since this is going to be kind of the end of the series for now. Like I said, after a couple months, I do intend to do 2 more seasons, as a couple people mentioned would be cool, so they could see some more draft picks, international free agents play out, as well as get further into Witt and Melendez's careers. I think that would be fun. So I think at some point, I think probably after the summer or late summer, early fall, I'll do a couple more seasons with episodes like this. I might continue to play it myself after that. I'm going to take a pause myself from playing. I might continue to play it offline myself after that if I'm into it, because I am at the point. I feel like the 3 to 4 season mark is when you really start to or for me, when I really start to get into the team, and I've got prospects coming up, and I've got a good feel of the farm system, and I've got a bunch of guys I've traded for in the farm system. So I could always just play further. But anyways, what I want to do is just kind of go down the roster here, and in some ways this is for myself, so I can come back and reference this in a couple months when I come to play, so I remember what's what with the team. But also, I think it's good to just kind of go over the off-season plan in advance, right? So Melendez will be back as the catcher. I don't know that Marchand will be back as the backup, because I think he hits arbitration. Maybe he doesn't. Oh, no, he doesn't hit arbitration. I mean, he had a really bad year. How about that? That's probably a good enough reason. And so I think I might, I don't know, I might bring him back. I have a couple good options down in AAA. Rivero has attracted a lot of trade interest because he's hit well in AAA 3 years in a row. Not as good this year. And then this guy, Omar Hernandez, is a younger guy who's already in AAA. He hit really well. It's actually the best he's hit in the minors was in AAA. So one of those 2 guys could be the backup. But Melendez will be back as a starter, obviously. First base, I think so. Kevin Biggio is getting expensive, but he's also super versatile. I wish he was right-handed. If he was right-handed, I would have no qualms about bringing him back. Arbitration estimate is 6'5". He's asking for 7'2", so I can probably, get him for around 6'5". And I'll have to decide if that's worth it, because I want to make room for other guys. younger players, maybe. I have the core in place in like Ohtani, Devers, and then it's becoming Witt and Melendez's team. I'm not going to go out and fill a bunch of holes via free agency because like that's kind of our core, and I want some young, cheaper players to fill in around that core as Witt and Melendez get more expensive. So I think what my plan as of now is a platoon at first base again, with Correa as the righty bat in the platoon. I think I just kind of want to he's gotten a decent amount of major league experience. He's gotten 356 plate appearances now. He was really bad in his first 122, so that's dragging down his numbers. I think this guy might be able to play well. He'd also be on the roster as a backup second baseman to Nick Lofton, who I think, if you win an MVP in a playoff round, I'll give you another chance. But so I think Correa would be the righty bat at first base. And then the lefty bat, I think I want to give a chance to Matthew Acosta, who was, in his 152 plate appearances, our best hitter. And he walks a lot. I think, he's a lefty bat, and I think he can play first base fine. He can also be a backup outfielder. So he's going to get a chance here. Hopefully this broken kneecap doesn't derail him. So second base, I think I'm going to give it another shot to Lofton. We'll have, he had a really good season in 2023 for a rookie, a good half season. He was a top 10 prospect in baseball. He has gone down in the eyes of my scout in some areas. His contact, a lot of stuff's gone down, but he's still a really good player even at this level. So I'll give him that. And I think Correa is a backup, not a great fielder. And I think Biggio, I might bring him back, because he walks so much and he can play like every position. So he's like an insurance plan for Acosta as a lefty first baseman. He's an insurance plan for Lofton. He's an insurance plan if Eloy or Ohtani goes down, right? He's a little expensive for a utility player, but he's really going to play. He's probably going to be like a 5-day per week player. So it's not like he's a bench player. He's a guy without a positional home that'll play as much as some starters, I think is probably a better way to put it. Profar, I don't think will be back. As a switch hitter, it tempts me. But I think I prefer Biggio because of the walk rate. Not that Profar has bad walk rates, but he's a little older, and he's also seeking like a 4-year deal, whereas Biggio is still arbitration eligible. Witt will obviously be back. Lopez, yeah, I'm going to bring him back, but a 66 WRC plus last year, 72 this year. I don't know, man. Like, he's about to start making 9, 12, and 15 million. He was a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, so I think I'll keep him. Those are really hard to come by, but man, I could use some more offense from him. I could always slide Bobby Witt over, even though he's got only a 65 range, which is lower than Lopez. He's has good defensive stats when he's played there. I don't know what to do about Eloy. I mean, he's got one more year, and then he's got a team option that at 18.5 million, I don't know how you keep him around at his current production. So yeah, he's going to make 16.5 next year. I think he will probably be back because just talent-wise, I think it's going to be hard to find somebody who brings what he brings. And I'm also short on righty bats. If he was a lefty bat, I think I might look in a different direction. But Eloy, pretty disappointing Royals career so far. He's got a 97 WRC plus. Like, he's been not even a league average hitter across over 1,000 plate appearances. So that's a bummer, but hopefully he can, I don't know, have a better year next year. Mondesi will be back as a center fielder. I mean, a 4-WAR season. He's worked out really well switching from second to center. Ohtani's obviously back. I mean, guy was just a monster. Injury was the only thing that held him back. Devers, he'll be back as the DH after a really disappointing first year in his contract. Now, if I wanted to, I mean, I could always look to trade him away. Just be like, shoot, maybe I committed the money to the wrong guy. He's a DH. Now he's not hitting. His contact potential's gone down. His overall has gone down. Maybe I'm not going to do that, though. I don't think that's necessarily realistic. I feel a little cheesy doing it. I think after 2 years, if he's still struggling, I think I might start looking in that direction. But I'm not going to trade him 1 year after the big extension. I'll wait 2 years. The Nolan Arenado treatment. Wasn't it 2 years after he signed? So Devers will be back. On the bench, like I said, I think Biggio will be one, and the backup catcher to be determined. Correa will be kind of like a backup, and then we'll have one other guy. And I think I need a right fielder. I need not a right fielder, a right-handed hitting outfielder. And I think the inside track on that will go to Tristan Lutz, who struggled in just 34 plate appearances, so who really cares? But he's hit minor league pitching everywhere. He can play left and right field well. He can fake it in center. And again, I want to try to give opportunity to the young players in my system because I've got a bit of a logjam in AAA, and I need some cheaper production from players. And by the way, I forgot to update. I think I forgot to say this earlier, but we were missing Tyler Matzik the whole postseason. He got hurt in August. He was our best lefty reliever all year, a 1.79 ERA. And that would have he would have been the guy in facing Austin Meadows, not Aaron Loop, had he been healthy, but he was not. So that's the offense. Pitching side of things, Maeda will be a free agent, so he'll be out. It'll be Ohtani, Singer, and Lacy, I think, will be our top three. I think Alec Marsh has really just, 108 innings, 3.81 ERA. He pitched okay in 2022, and then 2023 he was hurt and got hit hard. I think I'd like to give him a run as the fourth starter. So that leaves like a bunch of guys who could potentially be the fifth starter. I don't think I'm going to go out and sign anybody. I think, I have the money sunk into Ohtani and Singer. I think Lacy, 3.1 WAR with a 3.04 ERA, it's proven he could possibly be a number 3 starter for me. So I think it's going to come down then for the fifth spot probably to Sanchez, who pitched really well, Zerpa, who was in the rotation a lot of the year, and then Wisniewski, who pitched really well over 64 and a third innings. After that, and two of those guys I think will be in the bullpen. Barlow is a free agent and wants too much money. Well, not too much, just more than I want to give him. 3 years, $8 million. I don't, I think I can create some savings there. But Klein will be back. Luke Murphy will be back. Loop will be back, or will not be back. He's a free agent. Castillo will not be back. Brents is out of option. He's probably not back. So really, it leaves Klein, Murphy, then say, for example, Sanchez is the fifth starter. Then we've got Zerpa and Wisniewski. So that's 4 guys. So we've got several other spots open, but we've got a whole bunch of guys on this 40-man who are kind of banging at the door waiting for a spot. I think Suriel, he only got 23 innings and he wasn't great, via ERA, but FIP and SIERA were good. And in AAA, he dominated. I've got to make a spot for him next year. McKinley Moore, I don't think is quite ready. I'd like to give Luis Patino another chance. Probably not as a starter, but maybe as a long guy or an opener. His control bounced back up. He still walked 5.4 guys per 9. Not good enough, but I'm hopeful that he can. I'm probably clinging a little bit too much to real life Luis Patino, but I'm hopeful that he can maybe play a role. He's out of options. But Paulino, Jorge Juan, Alfredo Garcia, all of these guys are guys who are pitching in AAA like major league players. So I think I'm just going to give them a chance. I doubt that I might not sign any free agents in this offseason just because I think I have the depth to try to give it a go, and we can always make some moves in season, make some moves at the deadline to fill in gaps. I think the only starting position that we're lacking is maybe second base, but I want to give Lofton another chance and maybe a starting pitcher. But we can always trade for a third starter if Lacy doesn't have another good year, or if Marsh struggles or people get hurt. Now, I could always, I'm saying this, but I could always sign one more starter and push everybody down the depth chart, maybe one spot further than I want to, but knowing there are going to be multiple injuries and everybody's going to pitch. So I could always do that. I'm not committing to that, but if I were to change something based off of what I'm saying, I think that would be the thing. I'd sign a starter, like a number 3 starter. So that brings us to the end of the kind of off-season analysis that I'll use to remind myself when I'm starting back up. But now I'm just going to sim the rest of the postseason here and see where things, see who takes home the World Series. Unfortunately, it's not the Royals. All right, so Braves over Blue Jays in the World Series. Neither of these two teams had been to the World Series yet in this sim. It was Astros over Dodgers, Mets over Royals, and now Braves over Blue Jays. So yeah, I mean the Braves are have a lot of their current team actually. If you see, they're still built around Olsen, Albies, Riley's there, Acuna's there. Of course, they've got like AJ Pollock, Max Kepler, some other, but for the most part, they look very much like themselves. I don't know who this guy is. Indigo Diaz, 27th round pick in 2019. Okay, cool, man. Matt Olson just had a ridiculous season, a 164 WRC plus. What in the world? That's amazing. Austin Riley, a 122. Who's Jake Myers? Minor league free agent signing. He was hitting leadoff for them in the playoffs because that makes sense. I don't like to get too hung up on batting order, but come on, man. You've got one of the best offenses in the league, and you're just batting some rando first. So yeah. So also, somebody, yeah. Delete tagged messages. I'm not going to delete them, but thank you to 2 of you who chimed in on an earlier video and told me how to do that. Sorry, I don't have that up. I can't remember who it was. 2 different people chimed in, so thank you. I think I thanked you in the comments already. So, yeah. So, but my manager, no, that's not the right one. My manager retired, John Gibbons. So when we come back with season 4, I'm going to have to hire a new manager. I started looking around. There's not an obviously good candidate out there. Also, the league is looking to expand with an expansion draft to follow. So we'll have that to come back to as well. We don't have a ton of big decisions here. I mean, we've got a couple guys in arbitration, a few guys that we're very likely to let walk in free agency, and these guys all likely to let walk. So not a ton of big decisions. And looks like Woodruff will be out there, Fried, Alonso. I don't expect to play at this end of the free agent market, but you never know. You never know. I mean, if you can add a Brandon Woodruff for a deal that makes sense, you do it, right? Even though he's 31, he's probably going to want a 7-year deal, but you know what I'm saying? I don't plan to operate at that end of the market, but again, if it I didn't plan to get Ohtani either, but it just worked out. So Gabe Kapler is a he got fired. So he wasn't showing up when maybe he's not interested. I have no interest in being manager for Kansas City. Wow, dude. Okay. You're a pretty perfect candidate. Joe Girardi. I didn't see him either. He has no interest. I've never seen this where free agent guys are just totally not interested. AJ Hinch is out. Ooh, rough go there for the Tigers. Man, these guys don't want to come manage a really good team. Kevin Cash is out, and he's also not going to be interested. Watch this crap. Rough. All right. See, like I was saying, there's nobody good is interested. Oh, the O's fired Mike Elias. Maybe he wants to come be my assistant GM. He has no interest. Maybe guys right after the day they're fired. What do you think? Is that what it is? The day that they're fired, they they need a minute to collect themselves? Because Joey Cora, guess what? He's also not interested. But man, I would hire Kapler because of his because he has really good relationships with my guys. So that's the end of season 3, which is at which point I am going to pause this sim. I had planned to end it here, but some of you talked me into doing 2 more seasons. But I think that'll be a bit before I do that. I'm filming this on June 9th, but only 5 episodes are out, just because I try to put out 2 per week, just so people can keep up. Because I've gotten feedback that if I do more than that, people can't keep up with the current videos. So I don't know. I think this one will be out when I looked at it, when I guesstimated in my head early July. So I don't think I'll be back until definitely no filming in July. I think probably not August either. So I think I'm probably looking at like late summer, but more likely early fall to continue this, to do another couple seasons, and then we'll see from there. This is not the end of the channel. It's just a change in frequency of the channel. So but ooh, wow, that was a loud alert I just got. So I do want to just kind of, I want to be clear about that. The channel's not going away. Like I said in the first video of this series, it's just kind of going to be more seasonal rather than year-round 2 to 3 videos per week, because that just takes a lot of time. But I do want to say thank you for watching, commenting, interacting, etc. It's really been quite surprising that I just started posting some videos during lockdown in 2020 when there wasn't really much else to do, and a lot of people ended up watching it. I think like the first episode of this series already has like over 4,000 views, and like a couple of my tutorial videos have like 25,000 views, which I know relative to like what stuff can do on YouTube is not a lot at all, but I expected just to post videos for like a couple months while the world was shut down and then not do it anymore and have like 20 people watch it. So it's been surprising in a good way to have so many people watch it, so many people discuss it, and just kind of like take the time to follow along. It's been very cool. I will put in my channel referral, or my or actually let me just tell you some. So in terms of other channels to watch, I think you guys probably can answer that way better than I can. I don't, honestly, after playing Out of the Park and then editing and posting and commenting, responding to comments, etc., I don't spend a ton of time watching other Out of the Park or really like other sports on YouTube or Twitch. But there are some like I kind of dabble in. One is the channel is Regular Guy, full disclosure. It's my uncle. He does some Football Manager stuff too, but he did some unique Out of the Park stuff this year in that, like, one, he did a season where all the games were double headers. He did another one where each season there was relegation, but nobody got promoted, so eventually there was only one team left standing. So I thought that was interesting. Sporer's channel, as in Paul Sporer, who if you play fantasy baseball or read Fangraphs, I'm sure you probably know who Paul is. But he's doing a Marlin sim that is fun to watch. As somebody who likes the way that Paul thinks about baseball, and like have kind of known him as a consumer of his fantasy baseball and real life MLB analysis and thoughts, like it's cool to watch him play Out of the Park in a game that I know, because I just you all have, I think you probably have different writers or analysts or whatever who you like, and Paul is somebody whose baseball mind I've always liked, so I enjoy watching his YouTube channel. Alex Kazora, I think you're still doing the Pirates sim. I have not checked in on it. Like I said, I'm not always good at keeping up. Like Paul puts out so many episodes, I can't keep up, Paul. But when I watch them, they're good. But sometimes I'll miss like 3 or 4 days, and I'll be like, man, I missed 3 episodes. I can't catch up on these. But it's good when I do watch. Alex's channel I've not checked in on in a little bit. YouTube is weird with their recommendations. Like, now that I think about it, like, it hasn't, normally they're recommended to me because I've watched them before. I haven't seen them a little bit, but I think he's probably still putting out his Pirates sim. So those are some that I watch. There's plenty of other good stuff out there. I know there's stuff on Twitch too, but I don't really do Twitch except that one time I broadcast on it. But those are some channels I'd recommend checking out. And, of course, I will be back. You can always comment on videos. I'm sure I'll, check in on comments every so often, but feel free to check in with comments, questions, etc. But again, I'm kind of rambling, but it is just kind of fascinating and strange and weird and great to me that so many of you followed along and did this. And again, it's not easy to be like, I'm not going to do this anymore, because it's so much fun to have a video game about baseball that I play and people follow. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. So it is a little difficult to like walk away, or not walk away, to like take a pause because it's so much fun. It just takes too much time, and there's some other things that I need to put time into for at least a couple months during free time. So again, I am rambling at this point, but thank you. We will be back. The Royals will be back to defend their Central Division crown. Hopefully get to a World Series and win it this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to all of you not as soon as I usually do, but I will talk to you all soon enough, and I look forward to it. Thanks again, y'all. Bye.